Thank you, guys. I really will like and will be my best to be on time, okay? Don't worry. So first of all, he already introduced me, so there's no need of a lot of words. So let's start. Zanna Sound is the first sound branding agency in Latin America. Now, for sure, we have more partners and things are starting get together. But as we know, it's still a small marketing that we are here right now building up it together. So I'm really happy to be here, and I would like to start this presentation. Just thank you, Alice, to organize, and all expansion team to organize all of that, and ABBA guys to start this. Thank you, thank you. Where's Walter? Walter, thank Walter to have written Intel audio branding, because this opens, as everyone knows, everything about audio branding. So actually, I didn't told you that, but when I came in the airport, the guy, the police guy told me, what you're here for? I'm here for a congress. What congress? An audio branding congress. And the tone was like, what the hell is that? But he didn't say that. And what is audio branding? And then I told him, hey, if I say, did you ever listen that plum, 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 plum? And he, okay, oh, this is sound branding. Okay, so you can come in. So, yeah. So we are actually, we found Zanna Sound in 2006, so it's already almost 6 years working there consistently, very, you know, you have to have a big arms to build up a whole category in a country, actually. But I can say it's a very good thing to do, and I'm happy to be here sharing with you guys. So this year I was invited to be in Cannes. I was the first sound branding jury in this mainstream festival, and I hope we will be there again next year. Presenting sound branding for this audience. So all of this shows that we are in the right path. We are doing a good job. So my subject here will be water. Seemed to me, I had some cases to choose, but seemed to me a very interesting subject to treat in an international environment. Water will save the world. And music, for me, saved my world, and I'm sure music can save the world. It's a huge tool, and more, I think brands and people are understanding that music, it's a very powerful tool. So that's why I decided to present you Sabesp. Sabesp is the 5th biggest company water service, sanitation. I have written here, but I don't want to, sanitation company, but sucks. But so the 5th biggest in the world, so it's a huge company. They had issues they asked us to build up the sound branding for them, because it's a governmental brand. So in Brazil, I don't know, in Europe maybe it's the same thing, but it's very hard to change the visual, because, you know, everything is politics, and, you know, it takes ages for you to change a brand or change a color, or change anything. So the sound was a very good tool for them to make this transformation they need, because the brand feels like a little bit, you know, 70s, a little bit old-fashioned. So this was one of the biggest reasons. And the first thing we just understood that they didn't have any kind of branding study. So we did the whole thing from the beginning, like to understand the personality pillars. We use the archetypes. Who knows about archetypes here? You, and okay, we'll give you a present. You first, can I? I love doing that. Yeah. You? Who more? Okay, I have 5. What, you know what is this? This is my earplugs, and I used to give to my friends, you know, words sometimes can be really... Who more knows archetypes? Okay. Over there. Hey, you, I have one more for you. And I have also some gifts there when the presentation is finished. Who? Who are you? You. Go ahead. Can I? Great job. So, back to them. They didn't have any kind of branding study, so we started doing that. We put a work group together, and was the agency, advertising agency, and the client, including the president, and we discuss, okay, what this brand is, so the conclusion of this workshop, I tried to cut out the whole study stuff on the beginning, because I want you guys to feel more the music than the blah 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 study, but you know, you see. So we put it together, and the outcomes, don't worry, you are not understanding, and it's not really important, but the point is, the archetype is the wizard. The wizard, like the archetypes are a way for you to humanize the brand. So for you to understand, like, if the brand was a human being, with what kind of human being it would be. So the wizard is the transformer guy or woman, depends of what we decide later on. You see, this brand actually it's a woman. So the leader, charismatic, visionary. So this was our choice. Then we have 4 pillars. Is really important in our methodology not to create a lot of, try to synthesize a lot the personality, you know. How I describe myself in 2 phrases. I think everybody had to have this kind of a capacity, possibility, you know, to describe in very few words. So we have 4: transformer, environmentally responsible social partner, the translation is a little big, leader, and water technology. What do I mean about water technology? The technology, it's part of the core of the brand, but it's a kind of water technology, you know, how water is always there, working, waving, blah, 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 but it's a kind of technology, but it's a totally human, natural technology, right? The brand is woman, 40, 50 years old. She wears classic, modern. She hears rock and is eclectic. So after this, we did a poll inside of the client, and they answer yes, if the brand would be a person, what kind of person it would be, and they choose transformer. And then the second question was, if the brand were a person, would be a female, 64%. How old? 40 years old. Would dress modern, classic. And what kind of music? Brazilian came up in the first, so we decided to mix things. This influenced a little bit our music choices. And then what of the samples you hear now would have a closer musical feeling? So this was the end of the poll. We decided 1,200 people answered this poll, And after that, we did a diagnosis, which is understand how the client is using music in all points of contact, starting in the answer machines, films, events, everything they do, and also for the two principal competition. And then we were ready to write down the sound guidelines. So we write down how the musical theme would be, the sound logo, the voice, and I want to show you through the music what these guidelines were. So now you will hear the sound theme sliced, and you will see how the transformer is represented in music. We decided to have 12 strings guitar present because this is a very typical country mood, which is São Paulo has a huge countryside, so we decided to have this instrument that would connect directly emotionally with people out there. So now you hear just the strings that relates with this. Sorry. Environmentally responsibility social partner. We decided to represent this in music through percussions that is related with nature somehow. So I hope you guys can hear water somehow there. Oops. The water technology. So our course was totally to go to the more worldwide world music field instead of going into a Brazilian specific, because water is not Brazilian. Even if we have a lot, they say that, I'm not sure. Anyways, they are, finishing Amazon, but whatever. So water here for us, this technology would be like we use the ostinato, like repetition. This melody that repeats and repeats again is how is our water technology. So all of this together, like a company, Sabesp, which has like this, it's a heavy company in a sense, it's a governmental company. So using this kind of music for us, it's a very a leader behave, So this is all together. This is the sound logo. This instrument is kalimba that we recorded and we used in a MIDI instrument to be able to play more notes. And everything you hear in there's almost like nothing electronic. Everything is played. So I would like also to show you the making of video. This is the voice.
Sou uma mulher de negócios, mas ao mesmo tempo estou atenta ao meio ambiente. Sou próxima, gentil e humana. Quem sou eu? Sabesp. A vida tratada com respeito.
So here you hear some of the expressions like call waiting, blah, blah, blah. And we have some films, but I didn't put here because this 20 minutes, we don't have really enough time. But it's okay for you guys to have the feeling.
Olá, seja bem-vindo a Sabesp. Em alguns instantes você será atendido. Respeite a vida. Faça uso racional da água. Olá! Está no ar o Acontece na Semana. Veja os destaques dessa edição. Rádio Sabesp. A vida tratada com respeito.
So then we had films, and this is on the radio all the time in São Paulo. Everybody is recognizing that. And the sixth path of the thing, the whole project, we did a dissemination. This is really important, like to go in the client and the staff and show them what we did and make them consume that, like to take the ringtone, put in their cell phones and make them relate with it. I think this is really important. So I gave them a CD with some, with the outcomes, with a lot of versions of the soundtracks, pieces, sound logo, sound theme. And then I congratulate like 2 people to be the ambassador, sound branding ambassador and counselor, counselor, whatever. And it was kind of a fun way to interact with them. And actually they call me, these 2 guys call me like every month to tell me, hey, we are doing this, we are doing that. It's a very nice way of being together and keep the project going on. This is the ringtone that we give to people in this event. And I would like you to see like 1 minute of the behind the scene or whatever, the studio record session.
Mais sutil, pouco mais fluido, pouco mais água, tá bom? Vamos gravar.
You can leave the lights like that. And the last thing I would like to show you is I'm really proud of this case, especially because sound branding has a lot of ways to, as we know, spread, right? So we had an idea to have a concert with an orchestra, to call this guy, which is João Carlos Martins, which is big in Brazil. He's really respected and well-known. It has an amazing orchestra. And we wrote down a project to sponsorize, Sabesp sponsorize them, and every beginning of the concert, they would play the musical theme and the sound logo. And we did it, and we filmed it, and I would like to show you a small piece of it. So right now they are in Brazil making concerts and telling everybody that this first song is Sabesp Sound Branding, sound theme. This is my case. Thank you, my audience, to be here and hearing of it. And the last thing I would like to say, my only motivation is because I really think that music can change everything. So that's why I think most of you guys are here. So thank you.